What's up, buds, and welcome to the new episode, a new addition to our Earbuds podcast, Shorties. We have a very special and unexpected one today. I am one half of the Earbuds podcast, Lucas, the Hitman Hart Intercobs, and with me is my special co-host, my buddy, Mr. Brett, the Hitman Hart Hanrahan.
We're both the Hitman Hart. That's good.
I should have saved it for you.
It makes more
Your
sense.
name's Brett. Makes a little bit more sense, but I'm Lucas Brett, the
You kinda
Hitman
look
Hart
like the scout
Intercobs,
from
and
TF2.
yeah, what do you think I'm going for, man? I'm dressed the part for today because we have a very, like I said, unexpected and pleasant surprise to talk about today, which is a fucking new My Chemical Romance song, a fucking 6-minute new My Chemical Romance song, which I don't think anyone knew was coming out.
No, I mean, there were kind of hints. There were weird videos they were putting out, but then the pandemic happened.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe that kind of like halted production. But look,
They had a tour plan and everything, right?
Yeah.
And they had to cancel it
they
because
had
of
a whole
COVID?
tour. I think they only played like one show in Japan and like maybe a show in New York or something like that. But
Okay.
now this single came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going crazy about it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know My Chemical Romance that well. There's definitely a handful of songs that I like a lot by them, but I mean, you're a big MCR fan, right?
Yeah, my roommate Lily has been getting everybody into My Chemical Romance, just slowly indoctrinating all our friends.
It's like me and RX Bandits. Every new friend I make, I'm like, trust me, I'm going to show you your new favorite band.
And so did the same with me, and I got into all their albums. I don't really like Danger Days that much, which is their last album, which is interesting because
Okay.
this song sounds nothing like anything that was on that.
And that was 10 years ago, almost,
It
right?
was a good while ago. I couldn't give you the exact date.
That's crazy.
But yeah, how much of this band do you know?
I really don't know a lot, man. I was learning a lot while we were listening to the song, and I was reading the lyrics and the genius annotations and stuff, and there's a lot. It seems like every line has a breakdown that someone is trying to provide some insight into or whatever. But no, I don't really know a lot about them. I just know that the stuff I like the most about them is pretty epic and fun. Like the I'm Not Okay, which I sing all the fucking time.
Fun is
that's kind of the word.
Fun's a word I've never heard anyone use to describe My Chemical Romance.
I think they're fun as hell. I think
Well,
they're
great.
just a good time band. And the Black Parade, that one is a fucking awesome song.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic song. I was choosing either Three Cheers or Black Parade to bring on the podcast. It was on my original list of albums. Who knows? Maybe with this renewed interest, maybe we'll get into it someday. In any case, today,
Yeah.
we're talking about this single right here.
Wow. 6-minute. Would you call it an epic?
I don't know if I would call it an epic, really. I would say it's an interesting return to form that I wasn't really expecting to happen, just because their last album was so vastly different from what they were doing, and this seems like kind of an older, like, I brought like the first album they put out with the
Okay.
kind of soft kind of guitar piano sounding stuff into the hard instruments come in and
The epic open
right,
choruses,
right.
so they're always like kind of theatrical,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like, so would you say that this is pretty typical
yeah,
for
I
them?
would say it's kind of weird how familiar this sounds as like a My Chemical
Yeah,
Romance
it's.
song.
I was thinking the same thing, even as such a casual fan of theirs, because it doesn't seem like they were trying too hard on this one. It seems very honest to them. This is just a single that they would have put out had they not broken up.
Yeah, yeah, and
You'd be so tempted as a band coming back from such a hiatus to come up with this, 9-minute opus or whatever, or this, you try really fucking hard, and that's not to take away from how much I like this song, but it didn't sound like there was a lot of unnecessary thought put into it. It just seemed like a very honest My Chemical Romance song, to not knowing a lot of their stuff. So I was curious if you felt the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that if they went for the big 9-minute theatric, let's pull everything out, it might have gone. Maybe they just felt like they were too out of practice to do something like that, right? But this is still like a 6-minute song. It's a great song. The
And it doesn't feel like 6 minutes.
No, it doesn't. It's kind of
Not at all.
It kind of has these three distinct parts. Like the soft verses, the explosive choruses, and then that.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Such a simple riff, but it's just stupid effective.
Yeah,
man.
I mean it's super heavy when it comes in. It kind of wakes you up a little bit. I love
Unexpected.
the harmonies, the guitar harmonies throughout this song sound great. The way they transition into the chorus is a fantastic highlight of the song to me.
Yeah, the pre-chorus is a really good setup. That's something that I feel like I don't get a lot of in a lot of rock music right now. Like the rock music that I listen to, it just seems verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Sometimes not even a bridge, you know? So it was nice to see that really traditional songwriting of an actual pre-chorus, you know? And then an ending to a chorus that is an ending, that is slightly different than the rest of it. So you know it's wrapping it up, you know? It's just really, it's really good songwriting. So that's what I mean earlier when I was saying it doesn't sound like the hardest song to play, you know? It's a 6-minute song, but it sounds like anyone who's into MCR and can decently play guitar is going to be able to learn this song.
Sure. I mean, I would say there are a good couple parts, like in the verses. Since there are two guitarists, it's going to be difficult to figure out kinda who's doing what at first, but
they were doing really classic early 2000s that kind of really classic lead guitar part for a emo, pop punk chorus, and it was perfectly done. Was it just me, or did you get in the verses, like the verses were super driving, like kind of personally reflective lyrics? It seems to be the lyrics seem to be a lot about the band's history and Gerard's way, kind of his history as well.
Yeah, Gerard's way they say.
Gerard's way. You're a G head, right?
I mean, I'd say I'm more of a Bert head.
Oh, you're not part of the G unit?
No, I'm kind of a Bert fan. I usually only listen to the songs. Oh, Bert. God dang it. Whatever, dude. Bob Breyer. That's the joke I was trying to make.
I was with you. I was with you the whole way.
That's.
I don't know. I don't know anyone else except
Bert's
Gerard.
a whole other thing. Never mind. Joke's over.
Oh, Bert's the singer of The Used, right?
Yeah, and they kind of had they were kissing for a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. And
they were kissing cousins for a while, but yeah, am I the only one that got Stairway to Heaven vibes?
There were a couple
verses?
Stairway to Heaven vibes. It's interesting hearing My Chem in the modern day with this modern production, because it reminded me of a lot of kind of other rock songs in the modern day and how those are produced. And it's just weird to hear My Chem in that context at all. But it sounds good. I like the nice big round bass throughout the song. The guitars sound great.
Yeah.
The drums sound pretty good. There were a lot of
pretty punchy.
It was odd to me how I feel like interpretive the drums were, how kind of nuanced they were. Like they had a couple parts, because the drummer is not a member of the band. It's just like some studio drummer they brought in. And so it's kind of interesting that there were a couple parts where it was like, I wouldn't expect the drummer to do this little thing where he's kind of like riding on the crashes, and then he hits the tom a couple of times, whatever.
And it sounded so straightforward drums to me.
There's a little something in there. It's a lot.
He put a little. I put a little English on it.
He put some English on it.
Hey, put a little English on it. Bashamago.
But the lyrics I think are very fitting, very meta, in like my interpretation over reading the lyrics like twice. It kind of details how they view themselves as a band. It details kind of the weight of influence that they have, the pressure of influence, and the weight of knowing that their music is going to be the foundation for other people's music, and so on and so forth.
And I feel like it was a little bit of a personal reflection of the band too, where they did break up, and maybe they feel like their foundation as a band is decaying a little bit because, man, right when they were finally about to come back for a comeback tour, COVID-19 happens, and then they're sidelined again for another 2 years, and it's almost
Yeah.
how do you not lose momentum
Right.
of having to wait 2 years? They must have been so fucking excited for that, and all their fans, and then they don't get to do it. So it could feel like their foundation, they're kind of losing it a little bit. And in the music video, I guess, sort of reflected the whole decay
Yeah, just a
aspect
lot
of it all too, right?
a lot of bugs. I think they were like flies or gnats or something like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
It looked really cool during the bridge. Yeah, during the bridge, they had a strobe light going, and they were speeding up the footage of the flies, so it looked really fucking cool. I was like,
It kind of reminded me of like a Tool, like music video or
yes,
something like
totally.
that.
I thought they were maggots, and I feel like Tool would have used maggots over
But ticks
flies.
and leeches probably.
Ticks and
Yeah.
leeches. Yeah, that's probably. I think that sounds like a Tool
It is.
song to me. Oh, okay. I apparently Gerard Way witnessed the Twin Towers falling in person.
Yes, the
Is that a known thing?
yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know how much everyone else knows, just because I have lived with the person who knows literally everything about them for
She's part of the G Unit.
very, very
They are.
much a part of the G Unit, the MCR unit, the Bob unit
Yeah.
with me, Bob Breyer, the drummer for 2 of the albums.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm more of a Burt guy.
9/11 was the origins of My Chemical Romance. Gerard Way was working as an employee of Cartoon Network, saw the Twin Tower event, decided to call up like a high school buddy and like, hey man, do you want to start a band? And My Chemical Romance formed, and
Yeah, he said that witnessing something like that must be so traumatic to be there in person. It was traumatic for a whole generation of people, and it's interesting that that's what spurred him to start a band, was a way to work through his PTSD that he was experiencing from witnessing such like a heartbreaking, horrifying event.
Right.
I had no idea of that history of the band, so it was interesting. Like, in the lyrics, you see like as the towers fall or when the towers fell or something, and I was like, that's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
And when I clicked on it, I go, wow, I had no
Even
idea.
Lily was like, oh my god, he's still going on about 9/11.
Oh man, I don't want to laugh about it, but that's as a MCR fan, maybe it's getting a little old.
Maybe.
Maybe, but his voice still sounds fucking great on this
Yeah.
track, man. I feel like he hasn't lost his, he hasn't skipped a beat.
It's you would definitely think after all these years. He released a solo album not too long after the band's breakup, but I think past that, a single here and there. I feel like he's kind of hidden behind some filters and some like kind of heavy reverbs. I feel like he's hiding a little back there, and he could have been a little
Really?
more present in the song.
There was a lot of affected vocal parts.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, and I guess it was some of the higher parts too, if I'm remembering right. I mean, we literally have listened to this song 2 or 3 times, and we're talking about it. We just listened to this track, so this is really all first reaction. Like, once we sit with it, we'll probably change our minds. But this is first reaction completely.
And it's up to speculation at the moment. We don't know if this is the precursor of an album. We don't know if they're just going to release a couple more singles and be like, hey, thank you, or something like that. Maybe this is the only thing they make. But it came out of nowhere, so I don't think it would be the only thing they got up their sleeve. Oh boy. Lucas? Hey, Luke? Hey, you there, buddy? What? Tell me, Lucas. I'm curious to hear what are your choice nugs?
I would say the first chorus for sure.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
right.
my nugs bounce all over, but that first chorus, dude, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite songs in this song, and I would say that bridge, as cheesy and fucking simple as it is so hard hitting and
Yeah.
and sometimes the simplicity is what makes it for me.
I mean,
So
it was a very cool moment in the hi-hats, just like very silent, you know, just the hi-hat
yeah,
kind of riding that. That was
yeah,
my one of my choice songs. My second one was the very beginning when it's doing like the ASMR in your ears. I thought that was cool.
that is
Yeah, that
nice.
was nice.
You said it was a nice. You said it was a
It
nice
was a
ear
nice
feel,
ear feel.
and I've never heard that phrase. I'm going to use it so often because it's going to make so many people uncomfortable. So overall, man, what did you think of the song? Like, what would you rate it? You know, if we were to rate this song 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10.
You know, it's so how do you make a song as a band after like a decade of being absent, right? It's a huge,
Right.
huge pressure on their shoulders, I think. And with all that in mind, I think they did a great job of making a song that doesn't sound like they're doing it half baked or that they're like selling out or anything like that.
Yeah.
I also don't think, it might not be their best song. If there is an album, I feel like this song would be better in the context of the album, maybe.
Maybe so.
But this song itself, I think I'm gonna give it like a solid. I just realized how much pressure I have on me to rate this song.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who
Yeah.
like this band a lot. I'm gonna rate this one like a nice 7.8, and I know that's gonna be pretty controversial amongst my friend group.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I was expecting a lot more reaction from you as we were listening to it. I was hoping it would be something real. Every once the chorus comes in, you're like, yes, like I missed this or I needed this or something, and I didn't see a lot of that reaction from you. So as a super casual My Chemical Romance fan, I'm nowhere near the level of fandom that you're at or Lily's at or so many people. It was crazy reading through the YouTube comments of this music video where there's Cyrillic, there's so like, all these different languages being spoken, like there's Asian characters that I'm not recognizing that I can't read, there's Portuguese in there's Spanish, a lot of Spanish. I know that this band means a lot to a lot of people, and I know that this song is a huge deal to so many fucking people
right.
in the world. So my rating is a completely subjective. It's just my thing. I'm not a huge fan of My Chemical Romance, and I was also I enjoyed the song. I was a little unenthused about it. I didn't walk away going, "Fuck yeah, dude! Holy shit!" It just seemed like a good My Chemical Romance song, a well written, rock song, and probably not one I'm going to listen to on my own. And I love a handful of My Chemical Romance songs I listen to all the time. So my rating is going to be even lower than yours, man, because it's, to me it was just fine. So I'm going to give it a 5.0.
5.0.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I really loved, though, we didn't mention yet, I love the "Get up, coward" at the end.
I think that was a cool part. Such a weird way to end the song to me.
Yeah, they're back with the bang.
Yeah, and just one last time, and then it's not like it doesn't like settle.
It doesn't
It's a little
flow.
awkward, kind of how the song ends. But whatever. Yeah. It could be a good like transition into another song if it's on the album.
Which it probably
if they're
is.
dropping an album
Which it
soon.
probably is. Well, let's hope so, man. Guys, what did you guys think? Are you guys huge My Chemical Romance fans? Are you psyched about this song? Are you just like fucking losing your mind? Let us know if you liked it, if you were disappointed, if you are just thrilled for this. And thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, we have a bunch of other episodes on our YouTube channel. Just like click subscribe and like, and click the follow and the bell for notifications. Whatever you got to do. Click the.
Nope.
If there's the thumbnail.
No, don't no. Please.
So just.
I'm not.
What did I think?
I'm not gonna let that happen.
But if you guys want to check out more of our shit, we have a podcast, Earbuds Podcast. Go to our YouTube page. Go to the Spotify. Anywhere you can get podcasts. We have a ton of episodes. Let us know what My Chemical Romance albums you guys think that we should review on our show. I'm totally open to do it, man.
Any album but Danger Days, baby. Please.
All right, you heard it. You heard it from Brett the Hitman Hanrahan. So thank you for watching, guys. We hope you enjoy the song. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you guys think, and catch us next week on the next Shorties.
See y'all. Bye.
Bye, buddies.